Yo, what's really good, my people? Kiwami Games here, back at it with another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I just hit Master Tier 1, and I did it with White Forest Toy Box. So let me show you the deck real quick. Alright, so I'm playing the Toy Box engine. I'm not playing the Fiendsmith engine, and the reason is I just feel this is a more fun build. The Fiendsmith engine, of course, might be a little more powerful, a little more consistent. It'll let you play maybe through a couple more disruptions. But, you know, I feel like we're all tired of seeing Fiendsmith everywhere, so I decided to keep it classy. So we got the Toy Box engine instead. So very quickly, we're running 3 Effect Veilers. We got 2 of the bugs, waiting for this damn thing to get banned. Then we got 1 a stellar, you know, some people run it 2, 3, whatever. I still keep her at 1 because sometimes she can be an extender whenever she's in the graveyard. Most of the times I use her for discard fodder if I open her up with the Sylvie. But I still think running her at 1 is still pretty good. Alright, and then we got one of the better starters, which is LZ. So we run 3 LZs. And then we got Shorty right here, LZ, the Asamina of the White Forest. Alright, and then we got 2 Ghost Ogre, just because it's really good against Blue Eyes and stuff like that. And then we got 3 Ash Blossoms, of course, for the bug. And then we have 1 Toy Soldier and 1 Toy Tank. And the reason why I'm only running 1 of each is because you don't really want to open up with them too much. It can kind of be a little bricky, depending, because if you open one of them up and then if you open up LZ, like, of course you can combo off. But because the fact that we can search it via the toy box, and then the toy box can also recycle them from the graveyard and stuff like that, so that's why I'm only running 1 of each. Alright, and then we got 3 Sylvie of the White Forest, of course, one of your better starters. Alright, and then we have 1 extender, which is going to be Rusia of the White Forest. Alright, and then we have 3 Mole Charmies, and the reason why I threw 3 Mole Charmies is because I was getting very unlucky with the coin toss, so I added a couple more cards that might help me go second. So that's why I added the 3 Mole Charmies. I was running Triple Tactus Talent, so I switched them for the Mole Charmies. Alright, and then I have 1 Diabell Star. Okay, then we have 1 Tales of the White Forest. And again, I'm running 1 of these because it depends. Sometimes if you open up with it, it can be good. But if you open up 2 of these, like, you know, I'm just trying to open up with as much consistency as I can, and because it's searchable, so that's why I'm only running 1. Same thing for the Hollow Asamina. It's better off being searched than to open up with it. And then we got 2 of the toy box. I was running 3, but I cut 1 off so that I can play the Mole Charmies, and I didn't want to go too far past 41, so that's why I kept it at 2. Alright, and then I have 1 Deception. Then we got 2 Called by the Graves, 1 Wanted, we got 1 Asamina Debtors. So this card is really great. Sometimes if you get hit with Max C, and if you have this card in your hand, then you can set this card and then you can create one of your fusion plays on your opponent's turn, because this is a quick play spell. So I use it for that, and also for its graveyard effect, that you can banish this card and then you can target one of your Asamina monsters that's in your graveyard and you can special summon it. So it's a good way to kind of recycle your fusion monsters and stuff like that. As you can see, I play just about all the Asamina fusion monsters. Okay, then we got 1 Sinful Spoil of the White Forest. This to kind of help you go into Guardian Chimera. Then we got 3 Infinite Impermanence. Then we have 1 Sinful Spoils to flip down a special summon monster. Okay, then of course we got Wolves of the White Forest to help us go into Silvera during our opponent's turn. And then we have 1 Apes or Apps. I'm not quite sure how you would pronounce this one. This one can be kind of bricky, so you can kind of cut this one if you want. But it's really great though, because since I'm playing a lot of the Asamina fusion monsters, then this is sometimes gives me like a bounce 3-4. So that's the reason why I play it, but you can kind of experiment with it. Alright, and then for the extra deck, we got the Omni Negate Asamina Sylvia. Alright, then we got the one and only Asamina Murcielago, or if you're not Spanish, Musurialago. Alright, and then we got 1 Asamina Sol Erishikatum Pankang. Yeah. Alright, and this guy right here, this guy is great. This guy can kind of help you also recycle your Azamina or Sinful Spoils cards. And then also it can kind of help you get rid of cards on the field, like back row and stuff like that. Alright, then we got one Azamina Regina. She's just essential to the type of combo that I create with this deck. So I'll show you on the first replay. But essentially she's able to bring back one of your Azamina monsters from the graveyard. And then also whenever an Azamina or a Sinful Spoils card is activated, she can pop 2 cards on the field. Alright, and then we got the Guardian Chimera. Okay, then we got the Saint Azamina. This card is kind of like a floodgate because your opponent cannot target cards in their field, graveyard, or banishment, or this card with card effects. And then also your opponent takes any battle damage that you would have taken. And then also this card can pretty much fusion summon one of your Azamina monsters for free. So yep. Alright, then we got the Silvera to flip things down. We got the Arcelia, just part of the combo. And then we got the Diabel. And then we got the Baron de Fleur. Alright, and then we got the Chaos Angel. Then we got the Cross Sheep, the Sprite Elf, and the SP Little Knight, and the Apollo USA, aka Appaloosa. Alright, so that's the deck list. I'm gonna show you guys about 5 replays or so. And the first 2 replays are gonna be kind of like my end board strategy, so you can kind of see the full-blown combo that I tried to make with this deck. But yeah, without further ado, if you enjoyed today's video, if this is what you fancy, then don't be afraid to drop a like and hit that subscribe button. I will greatly appreciate it. It will help me out and I will thank you immensely. So without further ado, let's jump right into these replays. Alright, my people, so in our first replay, I believe we're gonna go up against Runic Sprite, if I remember correctly. But this is full combo right here. So we're going to activate the toy box, we're gonna set the toy soldier, and we're gonna set the toy tank. Okay, and then now with the LZ, we're going to send the toy soldier to the graveyard. We're gonna get hit with the Ash Blossom, but we got the Cold by the Grave, so we're gonna finger shorty. Alright, so now LZ can special summon herself, and then she can search you one of your White Forest monsters. Okay, so we're going to search for the Sylvie. Then we're going to activate the toy soldier to special summon itself from the graveyard because it was sent there by card effect. Okay, so now we normal summon the Sylvie, get ourselves the Tails. Then we're going to go into our Royal Rare Arcelia, Sinister Soul of the White Forest. Okay, then we're going to discard the Tails. And we're going to add the LZ Azamina. Okay, then that's going to reset itself. Then we're going to special summon the LZ. Then we're going to go into our Diabel. And then because we used a Synchro monster to make this card, we can recycle Spell a Trap. Alright, and then because the LZ was used as Synchro material, she can search you one of your Azamina cards. So we're going to search for the Deception. Okay, we're going to activate that. We're going to search for the Stellar. Alright, then we're going to special summon the Lucia. And then with the Lucia and the Toy Soldier, we're going to go into Cross Sheep. Alright, and the reason why I'm going to go into the Cross Sheep is because I'm going to perform my Fusion Summon. And then I want to bring back the LZ from the graveyard. So that's why I go into the Cross Sheep. So now we go into our Murcielago. Alright, and then now we're going to search, and then the Cross Sheep is gonna bring back our LZ. And then this is how I kind of make Saint Azamina, because now with the second effect of the LZ, I can perform a fusion monster by using a fusion monster and a synchro monster. So we're gonna use these 2 monsters, and we're gonna go into our Saint Azamina. Alright, and then now we're going to spin back our Murcielago so we can recycle the Hallowed. And we're going to activate the Hallow, chain link the Wanted. Okay, search for the Black Witch. And then now we're going to go into our El Sylvia. Alright. Okay, then here we're just going to draw a card, see what we draw into. Alright, we draw into another toy box. Okay, then now we're going to recycle the Lucia. And then now with these 2 monsters, now here you usually have a choice. Here you can either go into the Chaos Angel like I did, and because the Sylvia is a dark, and the Rusia is a light, so it has the full benefits of light and dark. Or you can make the Baron de Fleur. So here it's up to you what you want to do. In this purpose, I decided to go with the Chaos Angel for more protection. Okay, then now we're going to recycle back the Sylvie. Alright, and now with the LZ and the Cross Sheet, we're going to go into the Sprite Elf. And then here as well, you have a choice. You can either make the Sprite Elf or you can make the SP Little Knight. So it all depends on what you want to do. Okay, so now we can bring back the Stellar. Alright, then we're going to send back the Stellar to get our Black Witch. And then the Black Witch is going to search us our Slumber. Alright, and then now with these two monsters, we're going to go into the Little Knight. Alright. Okay, then now the Azamina is going to fusion summon the Morregina. And then now the Morregina is going to bring back the Sylvia. And then we're going to set our back row. And that's what we got. So what do we got here? We got Protection, Light and Dark. We got Omni Negate. We got Banish. We got Pop 2 cards. We got a Floodgate. And we got Targeting Protection. And then we also got Infinite Impermanence, Call by the Grave, and Flip a monster face down. And we got Ash Blossom. So let's see. Our opponent is going to start with Runic, special summoning the Huggin. Okay, then he's going to special summon the Jet. Jet is going to search for the starter. Alright, then now he's going to go into the Little Knight. Alright, so the Little Knight is going to try to banish my Sylvia, but I'm going to hit it with the Infinite Impermanence. And again, because of the Asamina, it says your opponents cannot target cards in their field. So the Little Knight cannot target itself to banish away, so he gets negated. Alright, then he's going to activate the starter to get himself the blue. I'm going to negate the blue. Alright, then he's going to activate the loss, activate the tip, getting himself the fountain. Alright, and then now here I'm going to activate the Slumber to flip down the blue, and then that's going to trigger my Regina. So now the Regina is going to pop the fountain, and it's going to pop the Little Knight. And then he's going to try to freeze and curse my Regina, but I'm going to banish it away with the Little Knight. So we dodge, 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 dodge. And our opponent gets popped. Alright, and that's all he wrote. Alright, so this kind of gives you a general idea what the deck wants to do and the type of end board that you can make. But let's keep it moving. Let's go to replay number 2. And my people, in this replay, we are going to go up against Blue Eyes. Alright, and then this way, this replay shows you another way that you can kind of make the same end board as our first replay. So this time we're going to start with a Stellar. A Stellar is going to send the Toy Soldier, and we're going to get hit with the Ash Blossom. But this time there's no Call by the Grave, so she's going to get negated. Alright, then we're going to search another Toy Box. Okay, then the Rusia is going to special summon herself, and we're going to get rid of the Toy Box so that we can draw a card. So we draw into the Effect Veiler. Alright, and then now here we're going to go into the Arcelia. The Arcelia is going to send the Hallowed Azamina to the graveyard, getting ourselves the LZ. And because a card was sent to the graveyard, then the Estella can special summon herself back. And now we're going to go into the Diabell. So now the Diabell can recycle the Hallowed Azamina. Okay, now we're going to send the Toy Tank. Special summon the LZ. Special summon the Toy Tank. And with these two monsters, we're going to go into the Cross Sheep. And again, because I'm going to perform my fusion plays, I'm going to make the Cross Sheep first. Alright, but before we do anything, I'm going to go into Baron de Fleur this turn. Alright, now we search for our Deception. Activate the Deception. We're going to pitch the Sylvia. And we're going to search for the Apes. Alright, now we're going to go into the Murcielago. And the Murcielago is going to add us our Wanted Seeker. Okay, and then the Cross Sheep is going to bring back the LZ, the Azamina one. Alright, then now we can activate the LZ second effect so that we can fusion summon into the Saint Azamina. Alright, and then we recycle the Hollowed Azamina. Alright, kind of the same shenanigans. Alright, banish that, draw a card, and we draw into Infinite Impermanence. Okay, recycle the Sylvia. Now with these two monsters, we're going to go into the Chaos Angel. And then again, we used a light and dark monster, so the Chaos Angel has its full-blown effects. Okay, then we're going to go into the Sprite Elf. Okay, then we're going to bring back, well, first we're going to fusion summon the Regina. And then now the Regina is going to bring back the Sylvia. Alright, and then we're going to set the Toy Tank. Alright, and then we're going to set the Infinite Permanence, and we're going to set the Apes. Alright, so here, same as the first replay, but now we have the double negate. We got the Sylvia, and we got the Baron de Fleur. And then we also got the Apes. So now because I have 1, 2, 3 fusion monsters, that's going to be kind of like a bounce 3. Target cards on the field up to the number of fusion and synchro monsters in your field that are fiend, illusion, or spellcasters. So this is pretty much like a bounce 3. And then Infinite Impermanence. And then the toy box has a secret effect that whenever your opponent declares an attack, you can send one face down card that you control to the graveyard, and then you can destroy that card, and it's a non-target and pop. So yep, crazy end board. But of course our opponent's gonna have the Heavy Storm, so we're gonna have to negate that. Alright, then he's gonna activate his Maiden, and he's gonna get the True Light, but I'm going to negate and pop the True Light. Okay, then he's gonna activate the Lordy Load, getting himself the Barrel. Normal summon that Barrel, and we got that effect Veiler. Shut him down, boys. Shut him down. Alright, now he's gonna go into the Spirit, because that's what he's about to become. He's about to become a literal spirit after I'm through with him. Negate that homie. Alright, and then here we can bounce back 2 cards. And because we bounce the Lordy Load, then it doesn't get to activate its effect. It doesn't get to special summon the Blue Eyes. Alright, so hopefully with these 2 replays, you can kind of see more or less the type of end board that you can make without the Fiendsmith engine. So as you can see, it's still pretty powerful when it gets popping. Alright, but let's keep it moving. In this replay, we are going to go second against Blue Eyes. Okay, so let's see what we do. Alright, he's going to start with the Wishes, getting himself the Roar. And I'm surprised he got rid of the Drill Beam. Like, that is really something else. Because usually the Blue Eyes players, they hold on to that Drill Beam like nothing else. Alright, we try to imperm the Sage, but he's got the Cross out. Okay, so he's going to get himself the Maiden. Alright, here I'm going to hit him with the Fuwalos. And he's got the Ash Blossom for the Fuwalos. Alright, so from here, he can pretty much cook to his liking, because since he crossed out my Infinite Impermanence, I'm not able to activate the second one. Alright, so he's going to get his Blue Eyes. Okay, then the Maiden's going to special summon itself. Activate the Wishes. Then he's going to go into the Spirit Dragon. A lot of spirits within these Blue Eyes players, huh? Alright, he's going to set himself the Majesty, and that's all he wrote. Not the craziest Blue Eyes turn 1 build, but you know what we're going to do. Alright, so I hit him with the Infinite Impermanence. That's going to trigger his little Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon from the graveyard, negating because I'm targeting one of his Blue Eyes cards. Okay, we're going to activate the Toy Box. We're going to set nothing because he's going to pop it with the Majesty. Alright, now we normal summon our Sylvia, getting ourselves our Tails. Activate the Tails, searching for the LZ. Okay, now the LZ is going to pitch the Debtors, special summon herself, getting herself the LZ Azamina. LZ Azamina can special summon herself, and we're going to go into the Silvera. Okay, so now with the Silvera, we can flip everything down, and then the LZ Azamina is going to search, but the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon is going to activate itself to negate my search. And I guess I kind of misplayed there. I guess I should have had a different chain link order. I should have put the LZ on the higher one. So I guess kind of like a little misplay on my part there. Alright, but nevertheless, we're going to go now into the Diabell. Okay, so now the Diabell is going to bring back my Infinite Impermanence. Okay, then we're going to send back the Silvera, special summon the Sylvie. And we're going to banish the Doubters, special summon the LZ. Okay, and then now with the LZ, we're going to fusion summon into the Murcielago. Okay, then we're going to search for our Deception. Okay, we're going to activate the Deception. We're going to send the Murcielago. And we're going to search for the Hollow Azamina. Activate the Hollow Azamina, going into our Soul. Alright, and then with the Soul, I'm going to get rid of the back row. Okay, then that's going to take care of all of his monsters. Alright, and then I'm also going to activate my Diabell so that I can special summon my Arcelia. Alright, and then this thing is, I didn't know it was like a soft once per turn. So he's going to negate my Hollow Azamina. So I did not know that was a soft once per turn, so that kind of screwed me up a little bit. So we're going to go into the SP Little Knight, and we're going to banish that bad boy. Alright, and then that's all we wrote. Then the Deception is going to set itself back onto the back row. Then the Soul is going to add me one of the cards to my hand. So we're going to actually put the Murcielago back. Alright, just getting our recursions. And I guess he pretty much bricked. He scooped. Let's go, let's go. In this replay, we are going to go second up against Mermaid Atlanteans. Another deck I made a video on, so if you like Mermaid Atlanteans, be sure to check out that video. Alright, so my man is going to start with the Minstrel, trying to take a look at my hand to banish one of the cards. So I'm going to hit him with the Fualos. Alright, he's going to banish my Effect Veiler. Okay, then the Dragoon is going to search for the Neptibus. Okay, then the Neptibus is going to send the Dragoon. He's going to add the Abyss Shrine. I'm going to hold off my Infinite Impermanence. Okay, then he's going to search for the Moulin Glacier. Alright, and then now I'm going to negate the Moulin Glacier, disallowing him from discarding 2 cards from my hand. Alright, and he's gonna hit me with the Max C. And I said screw it, bro. Let's take the Max C challenge. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna search for our LZ. Okay, activate the LZ, send the Doubters, special summon at the Azamina LZ. Azamina LZ is going to special summon herself. We're going to go into the Silvera. So now the Silvera is going to flip everything face down. And also the Silvera is going to give our monsters double piercing damage. Just a little heads up. So that's why I went into the Silvera. Okay, then we're going to search for the Deception. Activate the Deception. We're going to send the Astellar. He's going to hit me with the Ash Blossom. That's fine by me, fine by me. Alright, now we special summon the Lucia. Okay, with the Rusia, we're going to send the Deception. We're going to draw a card. We draw into another Fuwalos. That's going to allow us to special summon the Stellar. So now with the Rusia and the Stellar, we're going to go into the Arcella. Okay, then we're going to banish the Debtor so we can special summon back the LZ. And then with these two monsters, we're going to go into our Little Knight. Alright, then we're going to attack the Prince, double piercing damage. And we're going to hit his Poseidra. And we put an end to him. Sorry, bro. I like that deck too, but we got to do what we got to do. We are going to go up against P.U.N.K. And if I remember correctly, this is my rank to Master 1 gameplay. Which I believe I take the Maxi challenge and everything. So, yep. He's going to activate the emergency teleport. We're going to hit him with the Fuwalos. But he's got the Call by the Grave for the Fuwalos. And then here I do something that is very high risk, high reward in some scenarios. I am actually going to Ash the Zeaman. Usually you want to Ash the fusion monster. But in this case I said whatever. And it actually paid off. Alright, so now we join to the toy box. We're going to activate the little boy. Yo, I actually have like a toy box that looks similar to this one. Like for my son. And then actually that's another reason why I wanted to play the toy box engine. Just because like it reminded me of the little toys that I bought for my son recently. But anyway, so he's going to hit me with the Maxi. I'm going to say whatever. I don't care about your Maxi. I'm going to take the challenge. Alright, so now we normal summon the Sylvie. Sylvie's going to add us our Tails. We're going to activate the Tails, getting ourselves the LZ. And we're going to activate the Deception. We're going to pitch away the Stellar, getting our Hollow Azamina. Activate the Hollow Azamina. And here I'm going to go straight into the Sylvia so that I can have an Omni Negate, because the only thing that I'm worried about is like Nibiru. So I just want to have something just in case if he has Nibiru. And there we go. Speaking about the devil, the homie ended up having Nibiru. So now we can negate that with the Sylvia. Alright, now with these two monsters, we're going to go into the Rusella. I don't know how to pronounce these damn names. Right, then we're going to send the Toy Tank. Okay, then the LZ is going to activate because she was used as Synchro material. Alright, then the Toy Tank is going to send itself to the graveyard so that we can special summon back our Sylvia. And he's not even going to let me smack him, bro. Like my homie DC Play says. Yo, nobody ever lets me smack him, bro. You stood there for that long, bro. Just let me give you a little love tab. You know what I'm saying? Just little, you know? Alright, my people. Let's go. Alright, my people, so that's all the time that I had. I just wanted to make a quick little video showcasing this deck. I hit Master 1 with it, as I mentioned before. And yeah, go ahead, give it a try. You know, if the toy box is not to your liking, then you can replace all of these cards with the Finsmith engine. And yep, you should be able to have a good time with the deck. I think this deck is still pretty great. It's still good going first, going second. And yeah, it's a whole lot of fun. So thank you so much for sticking out to the end if you did. And if you did, don't forget to drop a like, hit that subscribe button. Any questions, comments, or concerns that you may have, drop it down below and I'll get to you as soon as I can. And yeah, without further ado, thank you all so much. Continue to having a beautiful morning, day, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be in the world. Kiwami Games, peace out.